Alright guys, what's going on? It's Wisco Pit Bike. We're going to be doing some more playing around with the Tesla coil. I've added a couple new things. I added this top load. I don't know, it doesn't really work that well, but I haven't got time to actually build one, and I had it laying around. And I figured out a couple cool other things with the new coil that I got. These were the same kit from Gary Bluer, but this one I got like 3 or 4 years ago, and as you can see there's burn marks on it, and I spilled some salt water on the coil part up here, so it all melted and fried, and so I had to shorten it, and then I had to make a new pancake coil, and it works good still, but definitely not as nice as, you know, the original product, so I'm gonna keep that for nice stuff and keep this one for experimenting with stuff, and if something bad happens it's not such a big deal. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fire this thing up. As you can see, the fluorescent lights right away light up. With the LED, it's lit up, and then we got a little bit of plasma. I'm gonna go ahead and use that to light my cigarette actually, because I don't have a cigarette lighter. Works really good for a cigarette lighter, probably the best cigarette lighter I ever had. But anyways, it's pretty cool. One thing that I did really notice is that these Tesla coils really work as a transmitter or a receiver. Like, as you can tell right here, this guy's not even plugged in, but yet, you know, when I touch the ground wire going to this circuit, instantly it lights up the fluorescence better. And if I come over here, I even get burned off the top of this coil, and it's literally hooked to nothing. So that's pretty cool. I like how it transmits very easily all the way over to here. If you take this guy, he actually shows that there's a lot of power there. So that's cool. And then anything metal, obviously it soaks up the electricity, and it's easy to get from metal things, anything like that. It doesn't matter, even like rings do it. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and start monkeying around and see if we can make a little bit more plasma out of this 12-volt power source. Until I get a fan to cool the transistor, I really can't run at 19 volts for more than a minute or two, and then it gets hot. Running it on 12 volts like it is, I can pretty much leave it run continuously without the transistor getting hot, unless I start playing around with it a lot, because it draws more voltage and more amps. But let's see what other kind of setups we can make and see what we can do today. Alright guys, now I have 2 different Slayer exciters hooked up to the same power source. I'll get the diagrams quick. So this circuit right here and this Tesla coil is running this circuit, which is the TIP41C circuit, and they're both running 12 volts, 1.5 amps. As you can see, the negative and the positive on this side, take note of that, and the diode direction. Now we're going to go to the TIP42C diagram, which is this circuit and this Tesla coil. Here's this circuit. As you can see, it's got the TIP42C transistor, and see how the positive and the minus are switched on this one, and the diode's in the opposite direction. It took me a long time to figure out how to build the other circuit. I'm not very good at wiring diagrams, but buying this kit definitely has taught me a lot about how to read them and how to understand them, as well as some of my own research, and I've definitely learned a lot from ordering these and monkeying around with them. And if you've never had a Tesla coil or a Slayer Exciter circuit, or if you've never done anything with the wiring diagram, this would be a good place to start, because there's so much useful information. All the extra parts and pieces, Gary takes the time to label the resistors and all that stuff. I'll pull one out of the bag here. Like this one, you know, you can tell what kind of resistor this is by the colors that are on it, but he just saves you a lot of time and writes 100K on it. And then you know, you can kind of do your research and learn about them, but at least it gives you the basics to start with. So it's pretty neat. I'm gonna go ahead and dim the light a little bit and then fire these guys up. And as you can tell from the previous video, having the two coils connected together really makes a lot of wireless energy. So I'm gonna try to set my HHO deal I'm working on in between these two coils and see what happens, but I haven't quite got that built yet, so that'll probably be in a later video. I'm gonna dim the lights a little bit. Alright, we'll fire this guy up. As you can see, it lights up the fluorescence much better. So 2 is definitely better than 1. As you can see, there's quite a bit more plasma coming out of this coil because obviously it was the undamaged one. I guess it's still kind of dark in here. Get a little more light. But as you can see, it really lights these bulbs up good. Kind of see the power from each different coil kind of go in the middle, and you know, you can see each one really gives her. It's pretty cool to just be able to have lights that you can set down and that they light up. I think that's really awesome. Definitely want to get more into the hydrogen. Running both of these coils at once though, you can really smell the ozone. Like it's pretty strong already, and I've only ran it for a little bit. So far, it doesn't seem that this makes the transistors get any hotter any quicker. They seem to run just fine like this. So hopefully there's no issues there. They also really power up this big coil. When I set this bigger coil in, which is connected to nothing, I just kind of set it in here. Most of the time, yeah, you'll get a good burn. I think we just lost a transistor though. Maybe. No, it's still going. But yeah, anyways, this guy will just leave a nice little arc and burn your fingers just sitting in here. You can see how the arcs kind of change as it gets closer. Especially if you get like these diodes, they really make it noticeable. Maybe if I can get one that works. Well, maybe it's not so much this way. It was earlier. Wonder what I did different this time. Last time it was shooting a pretty good arc off there. Guess we'll have to see if we can repeat that later, figure out what I did different this time. But that's just kind of a little demo of the Slayer Exciter Tesla coils. Definitely recommend ordering one. Like I said, there'll be a link down below where you can get this entire kit with enough parts to build both of these circuits and a whole bunch more. Gary's also got a larger Tesla coil, and he's got a couple other ones too on there, so go ahead and check his eBay store out, and yeah, just order one. Shipping's fast. They're always packed really nicely. When you get the coil, all you have to do is plug in just a couple wires for the pancake coil. And this one actually came, I think all of them were plugged in except one. So it's really easy. Comes with a diagram to show you where to plug the wires in and everything. So it's pretty foolproof. But yeah, hop on there and be sure to leave Gary a message and let him know you've seen this video, because I talked to him and said I was going to start reviewing his stuff, and hopefully we can get some more business sent his way. He did not give me any discount, or I'm not getting paid for any of this. I just really like the work that he does, and I think his coils and Slayer Exciter circuits are quality product. So I'd definitely go check them out. And yeah, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think.